Let's go to EPCOT. Hi everyone, my name is Becky. I travel with my husband Travis and our two daughters, and today's video is going to be all about doing the EPCOT park at Walt Disney World. So we were there in the first week of December, so we got all the Christmassy goodness. So I'm going to be popping in and out a little bit through the video from here at home just to add a little bit more detail. The first thing I want to throw in is that this was our 4th day at Walt Disney World and actually our 2nd time at EPCOT. We had spent about 5 hours there just the day before, so we did get a few little things ticked off our bucket list for EPCOT on the day before, and this was our full EPCOT day. So based on our experience of the parks for the previous 3 days and it being quite a bit busier than I expected it to be, I did go ahead and buy the Lightning Lane multi-pass for myself, Travis, and our daughter Teddy, who's 3. So I bought that the night before, and with the new Lightning Lane multi-pass you can actually book in advance, up to 7 days in advance if you're staying on resort, and 3 days in advance if you're an off-site guest. So I was pretty late to the game in booking our Lightning Lanes, but the good thing is before you pay you can actually see what Lightning Lanes are available. So I was able to get a Frozen Ever After for later in the evening, like after 7 I think. So I went ahead and purchased that the night before, so knowing that we kind of had a couple of our things that we wanted to do in EPCOT secured, I was feeling pretty good about the day. So I did do quite a bit more recording earlier in the day than I did later, so let's jump into the actual day that we were going to EPCOT. Good morning from Disney's Art of Animation Resort. It is 8:05 and we are just about to hop on the Skyliner. So come along with us for a Disney Day little kid edition. So Travis's old iPhone has kind of kicked the bucket. We're unable to charge it with any of the chargers that we have. So he has no phone, it's completely dead. And he is heading out this morning to look for a wireless charger somewhere. Again, he has no phone, so no maps or directions, so hopefully he can find his way maybe back to the Walmart that was near where we stayed. And so we are currently separated for a little bit, and hopefully he can find himself a charger and we can reunite in the park fairly soon. So it has been 35 minutes since we left our hotel room, and we just got on the second part of the Skyliner. So we have already missed 10 minutes of early entry and we'll probably miss almost all of it by the time this Skyliner arrives to EPCOT. So it's actually proving it would have been faster just to stay off resort and drive and park, although you do pay $30 for parking. So exactly 1 hour after leaving our hotel room, we are in the park. We got to meet Daisy right inside the entrance. There was only a couple of families in line. So we met Daisy, and I think I'm going to stick with my original plan to try and get around to the Norway Pavilion in the World Showcase and get in line to meet Anna and Elsa. I think their meet and greet starts at 9:30, but I'm sure there's already a line. And Ellie just fell asleep in the stroller, so I'll probably have to take her out of the stroller to get in line, which maybe she'll stay sleeping in my arms for a bit, or maybe not, but we'll see what things look like when we get over to Norway. It's going to be a bit of a walk, so she'll have at least a little bit of a nap while we're walking over there. This is where I quickly made the pivot from plan A because it wasn't already a 55-minute wait when we got there, and I just didn't want to wait that long. I was really hopeful that that wait time would go down at some point in the day, so I actually just took the girls back one pavilion to Mexico and we went on the Grand Fiesta tour, which I had never been on before, so it's just like a easy little boat ride, music and lots of fun. So that was just a cute little thing to do. And then our first Lightning Lane wasn't until after 10 o'clock, which was Journey into Imagination with Figment. So had a little bit of time. We hadn't had any breakfast yet, so we just went back to the Norway Pavilion again, did a little bit of shopping, and then we went to the Kringla bakery and got the school bread as well as the cinnamon roll. So the school bread is a pretty popular snack to get when you're at EPCOT. It's a sweet roll that's filled with custard and dipped in coconut. It was really yummy, kind of just like a donut type of thing, but with the custard and the coconut. And then the cinnamon roll was good. And then I decided that we should make our way up towards the front of the park because we were getting a little bit closer to that Figment lightning lane. But on the way, I also was checking my app for entertainment schedules because I knew that there was an Encanto show near the front of the park. So I was checking that, and we were pretty close to when the show was beginning. So we actually just pulled up a spot on the fake grass and waited for that show to start.
Welcome to the family, Madrigal.
It was really good. It had like a little bit of trivia at the beginning, and then there was lots of interactive dancing, which Teddy really loved, and then Mirabelle and Bruno came out, and so there was like more dancing to watch. So that was a cute little show. We did head over to ride Journey into the Imagination with Figment, and again, just another, like, this is not a big hitter ride here by any means, but it was cute, and I think the girls did enjoy it. Like, of course, Ellie just likes to look around, and Teddy did think it was interesting, so that was kind of a hit. At that time, Travis was actually entering the park. He was all the way at the back at the International Gateway entrance, and he got his cordless chargers, so he was good to go with his cell phone. I had booked us a virtual queue for Guardians of the Galaxy's Cosmic Rewind, and our time was up for that. Like, I think we were already maybe an hour past it, and so I asked him if he would be up for walking to the front of the park to check and see if they would still let him go on that ride, and they did. As he was on that ride, we went through the Journey of Water inspired by Moana, so it's just like a really cool interactive look at the life cycle of water, and there's all kind of Moana theming, and it's cool because like the water moves when you move and it makes music. Did meet up with Travis after that, and I got to go onto the ride, and it was after lunch by this point. It took me a long time to get through, even though it was a virtual queue. I think I was over 45 minutes doing the ride. Everyone was kind of hungry and tired, and what I would have chosen to do would have been to put in a mobile order for some lunch, and then there's a playground right outside of the Connections Cafe and the gift shop that's there. And then we could have just had some like downtime because the girls had been in the stroller for a while I was on the ride. But Travis decided to try and wait in line for some food, and it was really time for Ellie to take a nap, so I was walking with her in the stroller, and Teddy was just kind of over it, and she actually ran away from Travis in the lineup, and he had to get out of line to go get her, obviously, and so it kind of was a bit of a melting point for our family at that point. We actually just left the Connections Eatery Cafe just to get Teddy sleeping. She fell asleep quickly in the stroller. We walked back into the World Showcase, and we went to China, where there's a quick service restaurant called Lotus Blossom Cafe, and there was no lineup, and we just quickly ordered like some orange chicken and some Mongolian beef, and they had egg rolls, and it actually just was a really nice lunch. While we were eating lunch, I saw that the Norwegian holiday presenter was going to be out right away, so we went back over to Norway.
A Merry Christmas season is good for me and you. A heist and a hops and a fallaralra. A julik väldigt skanali saman very glad. Oh, hello everyone!
And the girls both woke up during that, so then the wait time for meeting Elsa and Anna was only 35 minutes, so we hopped into line. Both girls did great waiting in line. It's cute because you get to go through the line is like Elsa and Anna's cabin in the woods, so there's lots of neat details in there. And yeah, we got to meet Elsa and Anna, and it will be one of those special memories that we remember from this trip for sure. After we accomplished that big goal of meeting Elsa and Anna, we continued on through the World Showcase, so stopping in Germany, doing our Olaf scavenger hunts. Travis grabbed a couple of beers, just really enjoying the afternoon and the World Showcase together. We went to the American Pavilion and we grabbed Teddy some lunch from the Regal Eagle since she had missed out on lunch. We got to catch the Voices of Liberty doing their Christmas carols in the American Pavilion, so I was excited that the timing was all working out really well to be able to watch that.
Repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy.
From all of us here at EPCOT, but especially from your friends at the Voices of Liberty, we hope you have a Merry Christmas, have a Happy Hanukkah,
And a Happy New Year.
And then we just kind of took our time. We did more of the Olaf scavenger hunt, so we found Olaf, I think, in most of the countries that we went to. And again, just I was really watching the entertainment times in the app, and we got to see Père Noël.
Mes amis, s'il vous plaît, I have one more question. Have you or any of your petits enfants ever written a letter to Santa Claus at the North Pole? Écoutez, listen. Dear Père Noël, c'est moi.
And I'll just note here, our video from yesterday, we did a little bit more of the World Showcase, so we got to see the Japanese storyteller and we got to see Father Christmas in the UK Pavilion, so there's a little bit more EPCOT Festival of the Holidays goodness in that video if you haven't seen it yet. But we just kind of continued on through the pavilions. We had some ice cream in France as well, back kind of around through UK, Canada, and then we were back at the front of the park waiting for our Finding Nemo lightning lane. We did have a little bit of a wait for that, so we went and did the Journey of Water again, this time with Travis because he wanted to check it out, and it was dark, so it was really cool to see it at night as well. After that, we just kind of rested on a bench for a little bit, and finally it was time for our The Seas with Nemo and Friends lightning lane, so we went in and used that. And I had actually booked to go on to Soarin' around the world, but at this point Travis was kind of ready to leave the park, but we were lingering because we had that later Frozen lightning lane, and I did also really want to do the Living with the Land one because I didn't do it on our last trip, and they have a Christmas overlay, so I wanted to do that at night as well so that you could see all the lights. So we had another little bit of a wait in between our lightning lanes where we just hung out in the area and then got to use our lightning lane for Living on the Land. And at that point, I was not mentioning that if we just waited like 10 or 20 minutes, we could have also done our Soarin' lightning lane. I just let that one go, and we were on the hunt for some supper. We were walking back through the Communicore Hall area. There was some music playing. We stopped. Travis was looking for a plug-in so that he could try and get a little bit more charge on his phone, and there was like music and Teddy was dancing, and then there was another little girl with like a similar doll as her Elsa doll. I think the other girl had Sleeping Beauty, and they were just like dancing and having a good time. So it was like another nice moment of a reset of like This is why we're here. We headed back into the World Showcase. So we stopped at La Cantina de San Angel in the Mexico Pavilion, and we actually really enjoyed our supper. It was kind of a long wait and hard to find tables, but we got a table, we got our food, and like for us, we really can't go wrong with Mexican, so we did enjoy our supper. And again, we're like feeling good. Ellie had a nap. And then after our supper, it was finally time to ride Frozen Ever After.
Wanna build a snowman? Come on, I know you do. Elsa's made a magic winter show.
On our way out, we actually got to have a quick peek at the candlelight processional which was going on, and I know that's a really big Christmas activity to do during the International Festival of the Holidays, but I wasn't really sure how it would go over with the girls or really for Travis and I, to be honest. And the dining packages are quite expensive. The lineups were really long, so it was just something we did not do, but we did just get a quick peek at it on our way out. Being a really great day because we did hit all of the boxes that I kind of wanted to check off. Not saying that we did all of the rides in Epcot by any means, but over the 2 days in Epcot, we did get to do so much of what I wanted, and a lot of it really was focusing on the Festival of the Holidays. I'm not sure when or if we will be back in Walt Disney World during the holidays, so making those things a priority was really important to me, and I was very happy to be able to see what we did. There's so much to see and do in this park. Please let me know down below if you have any questions or thoughts or comments about the way that our day went or how you could plan your day. And other than that, I'm just going to say thank you so much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing to our channel. We're really trying to grow this channel. We will see you next time.